A few months ago, Team Doko Ga TV and I had the unforgettable experience of hosting a non-stop travel tour group to explore Niigata and Sado Island as part of the Sake no Jin tour experience. The trip really reminded me that outside of the well-known destinations like Tokyo, Kyoto, and Osaka, there is well over 47 other prefectures and many hidden gems that are waiting to be discovered. Facing the Sea of Japan, Niigata is known for their fantastic rice, stellar sake, beautiful nature, and great foods. The people there are so friendly and welcoming, and whether you want to gaze at the amazing colors of their fall foliage and utterly serene nature, or if you'd rather experience the Sake no Jin, often referred to as the Olympics of sake, where you can try from morning to night all the best sake from over 85 breweries in Niigata. Whichever you pick, there'll be miles of smiles. On tonight's Doko Ga TV JapanMania and over the next couple of weeks, we'll be sharing highlights from our premium Sake no Jin, Niigata, and Sado Island video diary series. The non-stop group and I landed in Niigata to an amazing welcome by some of the great folks from Niigata City and the Niigata Tourism Association.
Non-stop travel and Doko Ga TV in Niigata. Hello!
After our arrival and settling in, we were off to dinner. As this trip featured the Sake no Jin experience, or more commonly known as the Olympics of sake, our meal was very much so a sake-themed shabu-shabu treat. Owned by Tatsunori Ishimoto, president of Niigata world-renowned sake brewery Koshino Kanbai, the non-stop travel group and I couldn't wait to dive into our first Niigata meal.
Sorry. Poly mode kind.
So this is night one here in Niigata. Of course, we landed in Osaka with a non-stop travel group, and we're here for the Sake no Jin festivities. Now it started early because everyone's kind of quiet right now because I'm talking, but actually there are a lot of smiles, slightly redder faces because of the incredible sake, the Koshino Kanbai. And we've been enjoying a few of these things. Right, Ed? My friends from Maui, and Sharon from Nonstop, Karen, everybody, right? We've been enjoying this, so a little bit of kanpai for you folks back home. Kanpai! And more red, but it's okay. We're here again. Maui, I tell you, Maui. And Niigata is also known for seafood and sashimi, and I love how the colors are arranged here, from the hotate to the toro, which is my favorite sashimi, ebi, a little bit of wasabi. So I'm going to try the hotate first. Fresh Niigata goodness. I love scallop. Itadakimasu. Wait, I gotta eat them first. Let me try. Ed's right. Oishi. Oishi. Ready? Okay. Kanpai. Kanpai. Itadakimasu. Just gone. Just disappeared. Doesn't exist. We're gonna start building our shabu-shabu and assembling our ingredients. Of course, show you how good the food is here at Hitoyama in Niigata. Okay, now this is the specialty here at Hitoyama, shabu-shabu. Wow. Thank you so much. Arigato. Omiyage. Now, in the shabu-shabu mix itself, they pour this wonderful, beautiful sake to be a part of the cooking experience. Now, I don't know how much is supposed to pour, but I'm sitting next to Maui over here, so I think we gotta pour a lot. Gonna say when? Okay, are you guys ready? 5, 4, 3. Hanbun. This is a poly bottle. This is a Doko Ga TV friendly. Nonde? Okay, wakarimashita.
Oh, that's a lot.
One piece of meat, you're gonna be out the rest of the night. No one told me stop. You guys saw that? No one told me to stop. As you can tell, people have been eating way too much shabu here. And it's getting crazy. Tomashou.
Just keep it close.
Now, I don't have the perfect, wonderful meat laying single technique because I usually go for volume. Kind of like my drinking style. I shoot it to get there faster. I want to achieve my goals at a quicker pace. Let's eat. A little bit of vegetables here. Oh, that looks good. And this has been enhanced by sake too, folks. So, itadakimasu. It's so good. It's so tender. I'm gonna say that our special blend of the 90% sake, 10% water, has enhanced the flavor and the overall mood in the room. Everyone's in festive spirits here. And again, the meat is just incredible. Uh-oh. What's happening? Thank you. Wow. Kind of lost count on how many of these have been happening here, but we're training. This is training for the Sake no Jin, the Olympics of sake here in Niigata. This is training that we do. Kanpai, kanpai. Oh, that's nice. Very, very nice. Jun Dai Ginjo. Thank you, Nonstop Travel. And Jean.
Yes.
Jean Miyake.
Thank you, Jean.
Jean, we love you. Thank you. But you know the good thing about sake is if you start off with the high level and you enjoy, you're so, when you get to the lower levels, you still enjoy it, which is a great thing.
After a completely joyous and slightly inebriated day one dinner, our second day in Niigata started with pure liquid happiness. Today's first adventure took place at Imayo Tsukasa Sake Brewery. Since 1767, late Edo period and early Meiji era, Imayo Tsukasa has been an iconic symbol of Niigata quality and pride in the realm of sake.
Did you taste it before?
We tasted it. This is like, you can have it every day because it's reasonably priced.
This is Imayo Tsukasa Sake Brewery. It's a mouthful. This is called Sugidama. Sugi means cedar tree and tama means ball. They're needles of the cedar tree, like a Christmas tree, similar. So this is a natural timer. It is hung in late November, and by the time that late March rolls around, the color is clearly starting to fade. And that is a signal to the community that all of the fresh sake is ready. So it hangs not only here, but also in front of sake shops and in restaurants where sake is served to let people know that the goods are fresh. All right, so how many sake fans do we have here? Yeah, good, we got most of you. I know it's early, but hey, you're on vacation, right? Don't worry about it. What is sake made out of? Rice, yes, and we make only Junmai style sake. Junmai meaning pure rice, there's nothing added, there's no distilled alcohol added into it. Many people don't know this, but around 60% of all sake does have distilled alcohol added into it. It's not pure. So actually, the minority of sake is pure. But we make only that style. To make alcohol, we need two things: sugar and yeast. Right? Yeast eats sugar, creates alcohol and carbon dioxide. So for wine, this is really easy. Grapes are full of sugar. So grape juice plus yeast is going to give you some kind of wine. For beer and sake, we are using grains. They don't have simple sugars. So what do we need to do? Malt the grain. When we malt the grain, we are cultivating mold, a special kind of mold on it that changes starch into sugar. So we're creating rice sugar by malting it. So we'll take malted rice, put it in a tank with water, put in a dash of yeast, and get it nice and strong. It can get up to around 20% alcohol. And then we will move that into a great big tank, add lots more rice and lots more water, and the whole thing will just naturally brew up into sake mash. Then we'll press it, and then we're just about ready to drink it. All right, follow me, come this way. This style of tank has existed for about 25 years. Before that, we were using the great big green ones, enamel tanks. Enamel tanks still have the ceramic lining in the inside, so they're good, but we don't use them for brewing. We still do use them, though, for storage and blending. And that style of tank has existed for 70 years. Before that, basically all sake tanks looked like this. This is cedar and bamboo. There are 1,300 sake breweries in Japan. Out of that 1,300, only 20 sake breweries still brew in wood. It doesn't really exist anymore, but we are one of those 20. We do still brew in this tank. And we are the only brewery in Niigata that still brews in wood. The sake will move several times during its life, from small tank to big tank to pressing. This is called a yabuta press. So the sake mash will attach to the top and fall in between the panels. The panels then close together hydraulically, and then a balloon in between each panel inflates and pushes really tight against the other side. And the liquid, when sake is originally pressed, it's actually a little bit amber in color, but most of the sake we drink is clear. So that's because we're doing this charcoal filtering. So then after we mix it up and the carbon has sucked up everything, we will run it through a charcoal filter and it removes everything, and that's how we get clear sake. The pillars that go all the way up, again, these are original. They're built in the old Edo period construction style without hammer and nails. So it's all interlocking. There's also several holy places. Up there is one of them. There are 5 little shrine areas in the brewery. It's interesting as an American. It's very funny to me how closely related and closely tied the alcohol world is to the religious world. The monks come here and they pray for successful sake brewing. And that happens in October. And then in return, we donate lots of sake to them, and they are drinkers. There's no doubt about that. And it sounds maybe funny to us as Americans because we don't really have this culture. But the feeling of being drunk is the feeling of being close to God. Yeah. Right. Amen. So it's an interesting part of a different culture. My personal favorite thing that comes from this era that we have here is the hot sake vending machine. 50 yen and get a cup of hot sake. These were all over the place in the 60s and 70s in public places where people gathered. Outside of Japan, hot sake is quite popular. Now in Japan, it's more like 20-80. Only about 20% of sake is drank hot. Most sake can be heated, but the really highest level of sake, the Jun Dai Ginjo classification of sake, is the one that if the brewer sees you heating it up, he'll knock the cup out of your hand. Say, "What are you doing? This is perfect." We make about 20 different varieties of sake, over 10 of which we're going to be drinking today. From 70% rice remaining to 60%. We call these Junmaishu. And then from 60% to 50, these are Junmai Ginjo. And then 50 and below, These are Jun Dai Ginjo.
Aloha, my name is Jerem Reed from the United States. Grew up in Colorado and now I'm living here in Niigata. We are making sake here and we are selling sake to the masses and sharing it with people from all over the world. Thank you, Hawaii. I worked at Kualoa Ranch as a Japanese tour guide, and so I got to take Japanese people who came to Hawaii, and I would show them how to ride the buggies and show them where Jurassic Park was filmed. Yeah, wow, it was such a good time.
So how did you learn your Japanese? Because obviously you're fluent and you have visitors that come here every day to this incredible brewery.
Fluency is a bit of a stretch, but thank you very much. I learned Japanese on my Mormon mission.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 12 years ago. And I just fell in love with Japan. So I've been in and out ever since. And now here for the long run.
So what brought you to Niigata?
Sake, actually.
That's what brought us to Niigata. Funny. This works out really well.
4 years ago, almost exactly 4 years ago, I was working for Delta Airlines Japan, and I was at an event in New York City called Japan Week, and I was promoting airline travel from New York to Japan. And once that my work was over, I decided to go check out some of the other booths, and one of them was a Niigata sake booth. And I tried it, and it changed my life. I quit my job and I moved here.
Life-changing sake here in Niigata.
Everybody back at home, Japan it's famous for a lot of things. Good food, good hospitality. One of the things that it may not spring to mind is the sake. It is super natural. We do everything by hand. It's crafted with care and with love. Come on out and aloha, mahalo.
Motenashi and sake. Great things to have to fit in right there with the Aloha spirit. We're going to continue the tour, show you the sight, sound, sake, and more great food and more great sake here in Niigata. Aloha.
Aloha.
Boy, after a liquid breakfast and nourishment consisting of bottle after bottle of great Imayo Tsukasa sake, it was probably a good idea that we got to stretch our legs, get some shopping done, sober up a little, and grab a meal, one made out of solids this time, to continue our trek through this fantastic city. Niigata Furusato Mura, or hometown village, is a great place to shop and experience. Get omiyage for you or family members, as all of the shops and vendors there sell Niigata specialty goods.
Now, we are here at the Furusato Mura, which is hometown village. This is a wonderful place to be. There's shopping for all types of needs, from fresh fruit, vegetables, to bentos, which I'm staring at and drooling at right now, as you can't see. Crab, they have crab here, sashimi, senbei, good gifts you can bring home, you know, when you're traveling here and experiencing Niigata. Kaimono shimashou! What you got over here? What is this? Oh, yeah, this is the ebi senbei. Oh, real ebi, real shrimp taste. Buying it. So I'm excited about this. This is, again, one of the great things to do when you're walking around and shopping in places like Furusato Mura. Now, I saw them making this incredible, I thought it was like a mini lau lau because of the fact that they're using the leaves and they're wrapping it up. But this is sasa dango. So sasa is the leaves that they're using. And inside, unravel and peel off. And in here is this dango, sweet mochi bean. Itadakimasu. Umai. I like the chewiness, and it's sweet, but it's still really light. This is really good. They sell them in sets of 5 and 10 here. This is kind of a great snack you can share with your friends. So that was a great special Niigata treat, a sasa dango, and here with the ohana. Aloha! Yay! Sasa dango 食べてください。いっぱい買ってください。